And we are faced with the fact that, to begin with, we are broken. And the character that we have as human beings lies fundamentally in self-will. That is essentially destructive, and it turns inward on the self as well as outward, and leaves us where we don't work. Broken just means we don't work. And, of course, that's the common human condition. And we want to take just a little time here to look at this passage, Galatians 5, because this is a picture of the brokenness. And we have to have that fixed before us before we can really deal with the remedy that comes to us in Christ. Now, this is a kind of a tough passage because, I mean, Paul really does lay stuff out on the line. And you have to read Paul as if he were a social scientist, a psychologist, a historian, someone. You know, we have this problem in reading the Bible that we think somehow it's in a different category. And we have to get over that. This is basic instruction about the realities of human life. And in this passage, Paul is talking about the works of the flesh. And the conflict between the flesh and the spirit. And this is basic brokenness. This is brokenness 101. Verse 17, the flesh sets its desire against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh. For these are in opposition to one another, so that you may not do the things that you want to do. You may not do the things that you want to do. The three main dimensions of brokenness are moral failure, unhappiness, and incapacity to accomplish the good that you set before you. There's three things. Inability to do what you know to be right. I mean, of course, sometimes you can, but then many times you can't. You're overwhelmed by the things around you and the things within you. And so just doing the thing that is right, for example, just telling the truth, just being sensitive and loving to other people. Number one thing that gets in the way there is fear. I mean, that's why people don't tell the truth. Is fear they won't get what they want if they do. See. I may have told you about the little girl in Sunday school who's asked what a lie is, and she said it's an abomination to God and a very present help in time of trouble. She kind of got her scriptures mixed up there. See, she's right on. She understood that, see. And fear comes into the lie. That's why it's so important to know the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not lack. So I can tell the truth. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not lack. So I can actually pay attention to other people. Be aware of them and not just be thinking about how they affect me. See? And so I want to go into this at length. I hope you see how that works. And then just happiness. People are so unhappy. And they can't find rest and peace. See, they're broken. And then one of the things that is so important is, how can I accomplish the good which I find before myself in this world? I'm not talking about anything especially religious here. I'm just talking about creating good things and being a blessing to others and achieving the aspirations of my heart to count for something good in this world. See, everyone has that. There really isn't any exception to it. Everyone wants to leave the world a better place than they found it. And that's built into us. That's a part of our nature in the image of God, is having a desire to create what is good. But we can't do that on our own.